Entrepreneurial economics, duoploly game. Our game here involves concept of economics, business management, and entrepreneurship thinking. First, we'll begin with the rules and measurement. Rules of market positioning. In our game, we have market segments. The first market segment, which is a high markets, have four possibilities of winning. And that is the spot in the middle, the green spot. The blue spots have three possibilities of winning, and it is considered to be the medium markets. And the gold spot have two possibilities of winning, and it is considered to be the low markets. So consider here to be in the green spot in the middle. So here the arrow indicates the first possibility of winning. Then the second possibility of winning. The third possibility of winning. And the fourth possibility of winning. And that is also an indication of how you can move your pieces if you begin in the middle, for instance. And the arrows give you the path of how that piece in the middle can move on the boards. Here, if you are in the blue spot, this is one possibility for winning, the second possibility of winning, and the third possibility of winning. And that also indicates the moves that is allowed on the board. Here, if you are in the gold market spot, this is one possibility of winning and a second possibility of winning, and also an indication of how that piece can move on the boards. Now, let's take the example here of the medium market. And as you see, piece C in that medium market, it also give the options of how moves can take place. But here is the problem here, because that piece run over the opponent piece, that is not allowed, even though it is part of the normal route if you are in the blue market. But because you have an opponent piece there, you cannot jump over. Profit and loss determination. Profit and loss determination will be based on business strategies applied. So we have profit strategy and we have market positioning strategy. Profit and loss assessment. So let's look at the boards where we have Apple's three pieces connected. It happens that that connection corresponds to a profit of 484,000, as you can read on the board. So Apple has made a 484,000 profit. It was determined by drawing a straight line through Apple's three pieces and then read the corresponding number on the board. Now, how do we assess Samsung's loss? Well, Samsung has made a 441,000 loss. It was determined by computing the following. If you look on the boards, Samsung have two pieces. One says C and the other says Q. C is the unit cost and Q is the output, the quantity produced, which is 32,000. So if you are to compute cost of goods sold, it will be the cost, unit cost time the output. And the computation give us 992,000. That is the cost of goods sold. There's something else. The blue and the gold market, where those two pieces are located, offers 3 plus 2 divided by 9 probability of completing a sale. That probability is determined by the fact that if you are in the blue market, you have three chances, three opportunities to win, and if you are in the gold market, you have two opportunities to win. So that gives us 3 plus 2 divided by a total of 9. The probability of not completing a sale is the rest of the opportunity loss, which is 4 over 9. Therefore, the loss is computed as 4 times 992,000 divided by 9, which is 441,000. There's also something else. The loss is less than 484,000, which is the maximum possible loss. Therefore, the final determination loss is 441,000. Sales revenue determination. In the case of a stalemate scenario, we will have to determine the winner through the computation of projected sales revenue, because after a certain time allocation for a round, we should be able to determine a winner. And as you can see on the board, we cannot draw a straight line through each opponent pieces. So in order to compute the projected sales revenue, in the case of Apple, we will read the corresponding number for the piece Q and the piece P. And the board tells us that for Apple, it is 12 for Q, so 12,000, and it is P is 22, which is the unit price, which is $22. So the product of those two values give us 2,064,000, and that will be the projected sales revenue. We'll do the same computation for Samsung. The piece with the Q, it reads 32, that means 32,000. And the piece with P read 13, which is $13 unit price. And the product of those two values give us 416,000. So by comparison, it happens that Samsung have a higher projected sales revenue than Apple. So in a case of stalemate, Samsung will be considered the winner.